Theater of the Mind Flip.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Jekyll. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theater of the Mind Flip.
Heyo, welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer, the podcast that critics have said made them have a little sticky wet patch in their underwear. I'm Jacob Machin. This is Caleb Dowdall.
Hey,
Somehow it gets worse.
I want to meet this critic. I really want to meet this critic.
It was me! How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Nice.
Speaking of critics, if you are listening, maybe drop us a review.
Yes.
Say some nice words.
We had
maybe.
a very kind review from a friend of ours, Matt at HB Gaming AU. If you guys could go give him a bunch of love, he's wonderful. He does a great set of unboxing videos, and he also has a set of D&D campaign videos that he's playing with his daughter, which is absolutely ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, we've got a bunch of ridiculous people here. Say hi, ridiculous people.
Hello, ridiculous people.
There we go.
Classic.
I refuse to answer that.
You're listening to the dulcet tones of Hercules Maze,
Hello.
the dulcet tones of Luke Sykes,
Hello.
the dulcet tones of Daelyn Lester-Serafini,
Oh, hey there.
the dulcet tones of Danielle Butlin.
Hi.
How are we all?
Good.
It's been a while.
I
Did you know
know.
there's a fairground in the UK called Butlins? Are you
Yes,
related to that by any chance?
I don't think.
Are you
I
related
don't
to the
think
fairgrounds?
So. It's like a fairground.
No, it's a family.
like a campground as well, apparently.
Yeah. They do like shows
Yeah.
and stuff. And
Yeah, it's fun for
Yeah.
anyone under 10.
yeah. I think I've been. Have you been?
I went.
How old were you?
Way too old.
Right. Yeah, so we've been playing one-shots for the last little while because Hercules has been rehearsing for a show. We're going to get a couple of episodes done tonight and then back to one-shots for a little while. But Herc,
Yeah.
what's your show? When's your show? It'll be done by the time this is out, probably.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
Oh, I can plug this as much as I want. It's a lovely little show called Exit Laughing over at North Vancouver Community Players.
Nice.
Give us a bio. What's about?
I
don't read the script. Script reads me.
No, spoilers. Because my selling point for people to see me in the show is very different from the actual selling point.
What's
of the
your
show.
selling point?
What selling point would you like to share with us? Pick one.
Yeah.
It's his butt. It's his butt. It's his butt.
That one.
It's his waxed and shaved butt.
Woo! Bonus.
Nice.
No, I got a Brazilian the other day, and ooh,
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's-
not as painful as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Yeah, not as painful as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I got waxed for the Flying Doctor in Australia for charity. And I got top of my pubis area, my stomach, chest, and underarms waxed.
Hey,
Underarms.
your underarms?
Yeah. That was a bad idea.
Yeah.
No, you shaved those. You shaved those.
I did it, and my ex-girlfriend at the time did my underarms and found
Is
it
that
very
why she's an
hilarious.
ex?
No, that was when she was my ex.
Oh, when?
Yeah, everyone thought it'd be fun. It was. Our last show would be funny. Everyone
Like, man, I
thought it'd be
haven't spoken
funny.
to her in
Everyone's
3
like,
years.
everyone's like, Amber should do it. I was like, oh god.
And then she felt a big cathartic release at the end of that one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Good for her. We're going to play a game that has a name, but I don't know what it is. I've got this, but I have this. Sure, that'll do. This is a game where you are going to voice out an object that you have and a problem that you have. So, for instance, I would say, my glasses are fogging up, but all I have is this biro pen. So you all say that one after the other. They must be not related to each other, not related to yourself. And then I'll decide who is going to solve each other's problem with each other's object.
Oh.
So if I said that, and
okay.
Caleb, you said,
I'm confused by this game.
what is your problem? What problem do you have? You fucked up the audio for one of the one shots, but all you have is
Is Jake giving out to me? Or they can't be related.
an object.
An object. A prick giving out to me? No.
So I would try to solve his audio problem with my biro, and he would try to solve my problem with my prick.
With each other's items.
Yeah, but I'm gonna because people have the tendency to hear the last person's problem and make up an object that relates to that. So I'm going to point at who's going to help each other out.
Okay. All right.
Do we understand?
Yes. I
We
think
can
so.
edit this if we don't. Hercules, what problem do you have and what object do you have? Or should I call you Etterath or should I call you something else?
I got stood up on my first date, but all I have is an accordion.
I have an addiction, but all I have is a candle.
My counters are really dirty, and all I have is a blood orange.
I have to walk my dog, but all I have is a book with fun quotes.
Okay. Daelyn and Hercules.
Oh, so I have to solve your problem with
Yes.
So what you're gonna do, you're gonna take the blood orange, you're just gonna slice it up, and you're just gonna walk around the neighborhood and just offer it to every attractive person you see, because nobody hates free food.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hercules.
I'm going to use my accordion to Pied Piper a bunch of woodland creatures to Snow White style clean your counters.
I love it.
Nice.
Could you give us a sample of what tune you're going to kind of...
Yeah, what would your Pied Piper be?
The accordion.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, mimic the sound of it.
How do I make an accordion noise with just my body?
That was a bagpipe.
I was thinking more like a...
Nice.
Hey.
Solid.
Nice. Luke. Danielle.
You have to walk your dog. So what you need to do is train him to follow candlelight. And that way you can set up candles around the neighborhood. And then when you light them automatically with your remote, the dog will follow the candlelights around the neighborhood.
So he'll always walk himself.
Yeah,
Of course.
that's actually a genius idea.
So with your addiction problem, I think you'll find this book of quotes really helpful. All you need to do is every time you feel the urge to do whatever it is that you have the addiction to, read a quote instead.
Fantastic.
In fact, why don't you read one now? Here's the book. If you just flip through that and pick a page.
Excellent. I open it up.
Who first tell us who the quote's from and then...
The quote is from Tom Waterston.
what's his occupation? What does it say there?
It says that he is a jar maker.
Oh.
I don't quite know what that means, but okay. And it says, roll a d20 whenever you want to insert something in you.
Wow.
Wise words. There's been often a time where I've been around the house.
That's so vague.
And I've thought, well, yeah, I walk around the house and often I spot things that I go, I could sit on that. And I thanks to the book that Danielle has, I roll a d20, and if it's under 10, like that 5, I will sit on that Mr. Potato Head.
I like to think that then everyone must have their own like conclusion of what the dice means, right? Like you made up that part of what number it is means that you're going to insert it inside of yourself.
What would
That
you
wasn't
have
included
done,
in the quote. So everyone has their
Hercules, if you rolled a
own
5?
general one.
I think I would have considered it, but not gone. I think it needs to be a nat 20. Like if you're looking at it and it's a nat 20, then it's like a, okay.
See, that's what I mean, right?
Okay.
Oh, mine was a DC of 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everyone's got their own different DC.
Right, okay. What's everyone's DC on a D20 for sticking things up their asshole?
It depends on the
how
object.
it was insert something and it just went straight to putting things up your butt.
Yeah, it was always gonna. It was
Never
always gonna.
insert something in your mouth or in your ear or in your nose. You put something in your ear or your nose or your mouth. You insert things in your anus.
I think that's like a
You
technicality
can
question.
insert things in your nose.
No, you don't insert your finger in your nose. You put your finger in your nose.
Yeah, but like if you're putting an object in your nose, would you not say?
I mean,
Did you just say when you're putting an object in your nose?
So
Yeah, I got myself.
how do you describe putting your inside the whoop?
How do I describe it?
I'm going
Usually very, very slowly in a very low, husky voice.
Did you grow up like a fucking Mormon or something? That was so clean.
yeah. You put your what inside a what?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you
Put?
use the word put. You don't say, I'm going to insert my phallus into your rectum.
You do if you want to get me all hot and bothered. Anyway, speaking of getting hot and bothered, let's play some D&D.
Thank God.
Theater of the Mind Flip.
In our last session, you recovered Bice's hand from the mischievous Yalgus. You struck a deal with Yalgus to return the denizens of Lim Village their appendages back, in exchange for experimenting on Bias. However, Bias was unimpressed with the Tinkerer's work, and so he pissed him off by destroying his creations and attempting to charm him. Yalgus escaped, and so you decided to skip town instead of facing the villagers.
I mean, his hands were a bunch of shit. Why would I want them?
Well, again, we did establish they weren't finished. Right? He had literally started each
Well, the
time.
ones he had finished on the villagers were terrible.
Quality was good. They were just in the wrong place.
They were in the wrong place. Regardless, Bias pissed them off, and you guys skipped town. As you got closer to the swamp town of Lahias, you encountered a light purpled fog. You guys made con saves, and suddenly Bias found himself on a giant hand spinning in outer space. A bloodied Loxodon laid before him. What would you like to do?
I just look around.
You look around, you spin your head back, and you actually see 4 figures standing behind you, wearing golden robes. You recognize them. There's an Aarakocra, a Leonin, a Dragonborn, and a Kenku. They're staring at you with worry in their eyes. We whip back where you see Bias. His eyes are glazed over. He whips his head back at the 4 of you.
You watch him whip. You watch him
Nay,
nay.
nay.
Oh my God.
His eyes are glazed over as he stares at the 3 of you and Bakanov.
This probably isn't good.
Are you okay there, buddy?
Bias, are you okay?
Can I hear them?
No.
I'm just going to try and snap like right in front of his face and see if he registers it at all.
Bias, you open your eyes quickly and you see Safirith in front of you, but she's shaded in purple. Your whole vision is now shaded in purple. Safirith, you look into his eyes and you can see little flickers of purple streaks spinning around his eyes. But you are back.
Hey, you okay? You here?
Yes, I'm here.
Where?
I just reach out and I like pinch your arm.
Ow,
As you
but-
reach your arm out, you notice that it doesn't move as quickly as it usually would. You feel slightly fatigued, slightly drained.
What did that gnome do to me? Why can't my arm move properly? I look around again and I kind of look up and look back to where the Loxodon would have been lying down.
You don't see her anymore. You were previously in space. Now you're back covered in this purpled kind of fog.
Agenar is going to come up to Bias and go, okay, all right, how many fingers am I
Shut
holding
up a second. And I walk forward and I just like kind of, you know when you zone your eyes and like you blur the eyes? I try and do that. Like where the Loxodon is lying down and try and blur my eyes.
Roll a perception check.
2 1s. Some call it an 11. Plus perception is so 15.
You focus, and for an instant you are back in this vision. The Loxodon looks up at you, and she appears to try to speak, but she gurgles, and you see a little drop of blood come from her mouth. And then you snap back to reality. But you feel as if
But gravity's
there's
still there.
something, there's something niggling in the back of your head.
I turn around and I see them. Magic users, what the fuck is this mist?
Look, I don't know. You were gone for a second. Like you were not responding and then you seem to be back. Did you see something?
No, I saw nothing.
Can you see things now?
Yes, you're holding up 2 wings.
Yes, I have the wings. I also have hands.
We established she has hands.
But you still have 2 wings that you're holding up.
Yes, okay. And how many fingers?
2.
Okay, good. And Agnar's gonna do a full like medical check to like assess whether Bias had the D&D equivalent of a stroke.
Give us a medicine check.
Do you allow this?
No. Get off me, woman. I'm fine.
She's just trying to help you.
Yeah, I don't need help. It's okay.
Feel like you just got significantly more grumpy in the span of like 2 minutes.
Yes, mood changes can be a symptom of some stroke.
Of what?
Well, I don't know. Unless you let me check, I don't know what could have happened, but your eyes looked
I got a better way of
strange.
doing this. Look at me for a sec.
I slap him.
Okay, go ahead and roll a hit.
You just
that your
pop
head
your
gone?
head back in.
11.
Yeah. Do you do that as a reaction? Yeah. As you reel back to hit him, there's and he sucks his head in. Yeah, you throw your shoulder out a little bit.
I pop out and I slap him.
Okay, roll to hit.
With disadvantage.
4, 12.
As you swing, Etterath flashes into the form of a black and silver dragonborn woman that you recognize. A trainer, perhaps. And there's like a in your mind, and then you blink, and Etterath's kind of stepped back away from you.
Dude, what the fuck?
You looked better a second ago. What happened? I'm fine. Let's go. I'm good. I'm happy. Yes.
I don't know how to respond
Bucky.
to that.
I grabbed Bucky's hand.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm worried about you.
Why?
You seem almost as grumpy as him. And he gestures to Etterath.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
No, I'm good. It's okay. It's the magic. I don't like magic.
Roll a deception check.
Okay.
At disadvantage.
I would like to do like a visual, seeing as he won't let me like touch him or figure it out. Visual medicine check to figure out.
Give us a medicine check.
Feeling.
A deception. 7.
Bucky kind of looks at you with big, kind eyes, and he goes, well, if you need to talk about it, I'm here.
Thanks, Bucky.
Okay.
Same to you. And I grab his hand again.
7.
7. Yeah, you look at him and you can tell straight away that something is affecting him. His movements are slower and he's looking like he's trying to strain his eyes. You know when someone's concentrating really hard and it looks like their eyes are going to bulge out of their head? That's what he looks like, but you can't distinguish any kind of medical reason for this.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep trying to unfocus my eyes to see things, like just glancing around.
Bucky leads you away, pinky extended, other hand holding yours, and kind of glancing back at you to make sure you're all right back there. As you guys head
Come on, everybody. Let's go. Bucky's on the way.
further into this purplish mist that isn't hard to see through. It's just definitely there.
Is this the same mist that we were walking through earlier, Bucky?
This isn't the mist that the silver mist monsters come out of. No, this is something different.
Have you seen this before?
No, I mean, I've never been up here before, but this feels different.
Okay. Oh, that's right. This is a new adventure for you as well. Yeah.
I'm excited.
But no one ever told you about like purple mists or swamps or.
Well, we know.
we got Princess Purple Rain.
Yeah, I was going to say the swamps make purple rain.
Yeah, these guys make the Purple Rain potions. So
Well,
maybe it's off
Like off gases or something.
gases. Yeah.
as we're walking, I turn to Safirith, and I'm like, take a deep breath.
All right.
And I just stare at her.
Does anything happen?
No, you inhale, you draw a breath of this same mist that you already felt tug at your brain, and you shook it off.
Yeah. Does it smell like anything?
That's a good question.
It smells like old socks.
Oh.
You are one very trusting tiefling. I am impressed.
I mean, I've already been breathing it for about 5 minutes.
you didn't ask her to pull your finger first, so I think she thought it was safe.
True, probably would have smelled worse.
Oh. You guys continue on.
Just keep eyes like focusing while I'm being led.
Agenar is just like watching by us, trying to figure out what's going on.
As we're walking behind, I'll just kind of motion to Agenar and just to like keep an eye on him as we'll both keep walking.
Make an insight check.
So 3. Not using those days anymore.
24.
24.
Oh.
You see it's not quite militant. It's like a hunter-esque kind of, albeit slow, but Bias has this hunt going on about his physicality. You've seen him in battle before, and he's kind of reluctantly went into battle with Yolgus's construct. This is him on some sort of high alert prowl, and you get a flash of what may be someone who's extremely capable at something that he's very good at.
Do I feel myself slow walking? Like is walking an effort?
Yeah, it's like you're pushing through molasses. It's not quite that thick.
Okay.
For those of you that do Laban's efforts, you are pressing.
I feel like that's a theater thing.
It is.
Me and Caleb are like, what?
It is taking effort to move through air.
Do I feel like my body is failing, or do I feel thick air?
You feel thick air.
Oh, okay.
THICC.
Nice.
Oh, that air she thick.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
Oh, Lord, here it coming.
Damn, air.
Okay.
Oh.
After a little while,
Well, just
Suck
as a
protection out the ring.
precaution,
Yes.
I do a lay on hands to cure disease or neutralize a poison.
Okay. How does your lay on hands look to everyone watching you at the moment?
I'm just whispering underneath to my breath, like, it's okay. It's fine. They don't want that. They want that.
There is a warmth that glows inside of you. Do you heal yourself for any hit points?
No, I have to use 5 HP to cure a disease. That's it.
Okay.
So I don't heal any hit points.
You feel that pump through you, and there's a bit of reprieve, but there's still a fog in your brain. Your movements quicken a little bit, but not all the way. After a round about 30 or 40 minutes with Bucky kind of leading you along, the swamp gets thicker and thicker, and it becomes difficult terrain to kind of maneuver through and over shrubbery between trees. And after a little while, you come to a point where you push through the brush, and there is a drop in front of you, about 90 feet by 90 feet. And you can see down there, it's only about a 10-foot drop, but it's completely covered in these spiky, sharp, harsh-looking thorns. And hanging over the top of them are a whole bunch of vines just hanging from the canopies above.
Oh, well, we don't want to fall down there.
How far do you think this thing runs?
I mean, I got a pretty good eye. That's somewhere between 60 and 120 feet to get across there.
I could go and have a look.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I could fly across and come back and tell you how far it is.
Fly through the vines and tell us how far it is?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Why don't we tie a rope to you in case you have a mishap, like you hiccup or something and you're like, oh, and then fall down into the ravine.
I hiccup.
I've seen you try and fly. You tried to pick me up. You couldn't do it.
Oh, that's a good point. No, but usually once I get going, I'm okay. Once I'm in the air, I'm fine. It's just sometimes...
It's just the starting.
Okay, what if we threw you?
No, that's a very bad idea because I need to know that I am flying to know that I'm flying.
But if you just fall with style, then you can stop flapping and then gliding becomes flying.
What if I'm falling and my wings don't work? See, that's why sometimes when I start to fly, I think about what if I'm falling and my wings don't work, and then my wings don't work, and so I don't fly at all.
Oh,
So
so
And
it's
you
like
don't have
an
those-
anxiety kind of thing.
maybe.
And you don't have those thoughts in midair when you're like over like 200 meter drop. You don't have that thought like, what if I stop flying right now?
No, because at that point I'm like, no, my wings are working, so I have proof.
Oh, okay.
You know?
And not stun.
Okay, but don't pull on it because then you might make me fall because...
No,
Okay,
don't worry.
okay.
Well,
Maybe I'll just hold it.
what if you start flying back there in case you can't fly? Then you don't just like jump and like, ooh, like a little vulture pup
Yeah, I'm going to...
or the chick.
I'm going to fly up where the ground is,
Yes.
so that if I'm not feeling good about flying, it's fine, and then I'll go forward.
So you attempt to
Okay.
take off. Go ahead and roll your Constitution save.
It's a nat 20.
Nat 20. For the first time, you see Agenar flap her wings with a bit more grace and a bit more strength than before, where once it was little... Now it's like a bit of a... And the air gathers underneath her and she flies up into the air. You have your full flying speed.
Lovely.
Morning cadence be damned.
I just start clapping. Way, good job.
Thank you. It felt really nice to talk about it.
That's genuinely like very impressive.
Okay, and I'm going to fly across this little spike pit thing and see how far it goes.
Okay, you are effectively flying through, you know, when you walk through the doorway of a grocery store or like a corner store and they have those large flaps on the door that stop the air from leaving and going? That's kind of the thickness of the vines that is happening at the
okay.
moment.
Can I fly up so that I'm above the canopy to have a look?
You wish to
where
fly
this-
up above the entire canopy of the trees?
Yeah, I want to see if I can see if there's a difference between this viney canopy and
Okay.
the one we're currently in.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check as you try and navigate your way between the thick tree canopy.
What do you think? Is a thick tree canopy or... Maybe we should have, maybe rolled perception before you just flew off on your own.
She'll
she's
be
dead.
fine.
Too late now.
Never comes back.
Did you say perception?
Yes.
A dirty 20.
No, not perception.
Oh, sorry.
Acrobatics check.
Someone else said
Yeah.
perception.
Dirty 20. I love
19.
19. You
It's just like when people order, they're like, oh, like, I don't know, dirt, like
Like a dirty chai.
yeah. It just feels, sorry. Never mind. Keep going.
with your
I like it better than unnatural 20.
yeah.
with your decaffeinated dirty 20, you flap up, and this is before you hit the pit, yeah, before you hit the vines.
Yeah.
Okay. You flap up through the trees, and they're brushing on you, and they're hitting you, and they're kind of scratching you and whipping you in the face as you push through and push through. It gets to the point where you can't move your wings. You would literally have to climb to get higher. It's that thick. It's thick. It's very, very thick.
Okay.
Is it
Oh,
unnaturally
Lord.
we
thick?
can't
She's
go
that
over
thick.
it.
Well, no, you can. You can. You just have to stop flying and start climbing, because it is like trying to fly in a bush.
I was making, and never mind. Can't go over it. Never mind.
I get it.
Thank you.
Can't
Thank
go
you.
around it.
I have to go through it.
Would you like to climb?
No, I'm gonna, because I was just hoping that would be easier than going through the thick vines.
If you keep climbing and head above the tree canopy, absolutely. If you can get everyone above it, that's another thing. But you can keep climbing and get a look above and see what's ahead, if you wish.
Can we get a redescription of what we're looking at?
So you're looking at a 90 by 90 foot pit that's about 10 feet deep with spiky thorns in the bottom.
Okay.
And in front of you are streamers and streamers of vines hanging down.
Okay. So it's literally just a square in front of us. A hole in the floor is a giant square.
Yeah, it's a bit more like, it's got some curved edges as well, like it's naturally formed. Not
No,
like
but
it's
we
been
could walk
drawn out
around
on a
it.
grid. You could certainly try.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right.
Okay, I was picturing more like a ravine.
Yeah, I was
that
thinking
went
like a
on
giant-
for like miles and miles.
Crevasse in the earth. Okay.
Crevasse.
Yeah.
But a pit. We could maybe try and walk around a pit. There might be other traps, though. I don't know.
I'm gonna come back down.
Okay. You come back down.
Yeah, and I'm going to attempt to go through the
The viney vines.
viney vines.
Okay. You come down, and the viney vines are only slightly easier to fly through, but there is enough movement that you can kind of flap your way through.
Cool.
You get 5, 10, 15 feet in, and one of the vines kind of drops on you and falls off. And then another one of the vines drops on your shoulder and falls off. The third one drops on you, and you feel this this jab
Not
at
vines.
your neck.
Not vines.
Unfortunately, it doesn't pierce you, but the next one, you feel it drop on you again, and it doesn't pierce you. And you start to realize that these are snakes dropping on you. Some of them are vines, some of them are snakes.
The fuck out of there.
As you bail back,
Agenar does not like snakes.
one does pierce you for 2 points of piercing damage. And if you could roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh my gosh.
I've literally watched
Still have
a
that
chicken
rope
eat a
around
snake in
me.
real life. How are you afraid of snakes?
It's a thing. Okay?
Chicken beat a snake? A small snake, I'm saying. Yeah. How big
Yeah.
does a snake have to be to take on a chicken?
Yeah, I was going to say, if we're thinking these are vines, these are big snakes. These snakes thick.
Everything in this swamp do be thick.
That's what I've been saying.
That's a 12 for con
It's a
save.
12. You are now poisoned as you feel this
Oh, no.
toxin seep through your body, and you start to fly back as quickly as possible. Another snake falls on you and does not bite you. It just kind of flops off you, and you get back to your friends. And you see Agenar kind of breathing heavily, eyes kind of rimmed red, a little bit bloodshot. Yes, you are now under the poison effect.
Okay.
Hey, you okay?
Not vines. They're not vines. They're not vines. Not vines. Not vines.
Okay.
And Agenar is going to land very like crash landing style.
It's okay,
panicked
we got you, we
chicken.
got you.
No, we don't. No, we can't. No, that way's a no.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
What was it? What did you see?
They're snakes.
No, they're not.
Yes.
Bucky reaches out and grabs one of the vines and pulls on it,
Agnar's gonna like bail as far away as possible.
and it holds. And he yanks and yanks. He says, "See, they're solid."
They were okay for a little bit, and then they were not vines. They were snakes, and they bit me. One bit me. See. One bit me. and I'm
Oh,
going
God,
to try
come-
and show the
Come here.
bite to someone.
I just try and like lean down and like part the feathers a little bit just to try and see.
It's like searching a dog for a tick.
Yeah.
And indeed, you do find on her kind of trap behind on her back a couple of puncture marks.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bite.
Agenar, you can tell me to go away. It's okay, but I can fix that.
No, fuck off. I'm doing it this time.
Okay.
Boys, there'll be plenty of healing.
Trust us, there will be plenty of healing needed.
I can do it myself, but I don't.
No, it's all right. I bring out a rag and then I spit into the rag and then I use my lay on hands to do 5 to cure the poison.
Okay.
Shit, we got 3 healers in this party. That never happens.
Not me, baby.
You feel Etterath's lay on hands seep through your body and you feel it kind of purge the poison from you. You are no longer poisoned.
But I still have the damage, yeah?
You still took the damage, yeah, that 2 points of piercing.
Okay, so snakes in trees. Baki,
Yeah.
there's more than one. Maybe try a smaller vine, see what happens.
Okay.
Wait. No.
He yanks on a smaller vine as a snake drops down on him.
I pull out my sword to hit it.
A nat 20. He takes 6 points of piercing damage, and he's going to roll a con save now. Let me bring up his
Oh
character
my
sheet.
god.
For anyone wondering, that giant thud is Jake's dice.
And he is now poisoned. As this snake drops on him, it just kind of and bites him as it drops and then falls into the ravine.
I pick up. Oh, falls in the ring. Can I try and catch the snake?
Yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity acrobatics
Am I
check.
still at disadvantage, apparently, for everything?
No, so when you cast your lay on hands, you're very used to poisons. And you found relief when you cast it. You found whatever was affecting you cease. You're no longer at disadvantage. But you sense something powerful still lingering. Something that you haven't experienced in all your years of dealing with poisons. It seems nearly cosmic, whatever is affecting you. So the physical, you cured.
Okay.
But there's something nearly metaphysical going on that your laying hands just wasn't able to even comprehend.
All right. Cool. You said acrobatics?
Sure. You lash out as this thing drops past Bucky, and he kind of goes, ah! And flicks it off his arm as it slides down, and you reach out and grab it.
I go, don't worry, Bucky. This is what you're meant to do. And I bite the snake.
What?
You bite the snake.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Pretty sure you're supposed to suck the poison out.
Go
not
ahead and
bite.
roll an attack roll.
If something bites you, you bite it back.
I'm sorry, are you a healer?
That'd be a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
A 10 will hit it. You bite into this thing and you feel its scales kind of give way and the thick, muscly torso kind of pierce.
For 4 damage.
It takes 4 damage and it whips around to take a chunk out of you and misses. What would you like to do with this snake?
And just throw it into the ravine at that point.
You throw the snake.
Sorry, Bucky. That was my bad. And then I cast lay on hands on him to cure the poison. Bucky,
He
we
looks at
got to
you
talk about your naivety and how quickly you believe people.
He looks at you and he says, oh, you're right. I did think they were all vines, but the small ones, guys, the small ones are hissy, angry boys.
All right. You hear that, everyone? Small ones. Don't touch them.
Okay, so how are we supposed to walk through these vines without touching them?
Maybe we should just go around. I tried to look up and it was we could climb maybe.
I might have something that can help us. I'm going to cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
No.
I'm just going to try and use the Mage Hand to
tickle all the snakes.
push.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to pull each vine.
No, not pull each vine, but just to brush against the ones that are
Yeah.
directly in
Yeah.
front of us, so that if they are snakes, hopefully they'll drop and then we can deal with them.
It's only a small mage hand, but you watch as it kind of pushes through the first ones. Some of the vines move a little bit and the hand resists as they're a bit too thick. And then the hand moves to the next one and it brushes the vines aside, and then it hits a smaller vine. And as it pushes the smaller vine, it kind of, the smaller vine drops and lands in the thorns below.
See, Bucket, the small ones.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
If we move around the ravine, the pit, we can use this to clear a path and walk around it. I don't know, it might take us longer.
Can I make a perception check in the pit?
Yeah, you want to look in the pit?
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Oh, yeah. Good one for the day. Perception is 22.
You look in the pit, and again, it's only 10 feet deep, and the thorns are around what you would class as like knee to thigh height. You could probably walk through them very carefully.
Ankle height for Safirith.
And exactly. The snakes that are in there that have fallen, some of them have pierced themselves and are lying there dead. Some of them are still slithering around. But it's just a pit full of thorns.
Okay. I'll follow your lead.
I canonically have thigh-high boots, so...
I mean, if you want to walk through the pit, you can walk through the pit, and then if one way is easier, we can go that way.
What I am going to do is I'm going to use my Brian. I am going to reach into my jacket and clatter a little bit, and then pull out the shield that I keep forgetting that I have. And then I am going to take out my rapier.
What does this shield look like?
I feel like it is a shitty little wood and leather, like slightly bigger than a buckler, but not like a full-on.
You know what it is? It's the lid to a barrel on a ship. Yes. That's been retrofitted to be your shield.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then you see suddenly Etterath's posture is just like better. Like suddenly just better. He pulls the shield out of his jacket and just goes, "Oh God, forgot that was there."
I thought you meant like you stood taller with it. No.
And I am going to try to, with the shield and my rapier, try to make a small path
through the thorns.
Okay. My thigh-high boots, my shield, and my rapier.
All right, I'll follow behind and use the mage hand to pick up any snakes that get too close.
Are they heavier than 5 pounds, DM?
I don't know. I can carry
10
more
pounds. 10 pounds.
Oh, is it 10?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
it's 10.
a small dog or cat or
solid.
yeah. I think technically a microwave is 10 pounds. I was looking up a list of
Yeah.
things that are 10 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Because I got another character that's got mage hand, and I'm like, how can I exploit this?
or a
there be
large
microwave?
thing.
Why would there be a microwave?
No, I was just looking up a list of things. So I have
Things
an
that are
idea.
10
You
pounds.
have like a comparison, so you'd be like, oh,
That's the magical item we collect is a
You
microwave.
go ahead and make a survival check as you hack through. Make it with advantage with your rapier, and you hack through these.
I was about to help him with my shield, but fuck him. If he's already got advantage.
I have this image of you being like, I'm going to lay on hands. No, fuck off, I'll do it. And then him whipping out a shield, and you whipping out a shield. Like Jack Sparrow and Barbosa comparing telescopes.
I push a button and mine goes.
And your posture's always good.
Yes.
15.
15. Nice. You kind of shimmy on down the embankment, and your feet touch the ground, and the thorns already kind of tug and pierce at your boots, and you hack away with your rapier and make your way through, with you two kind of pairing up and yanking little snakes aside. Like it's a bit like, because you're trying to do it 30 feet ahead, it's a bit like the claw game, and you kind of have to go Etterath's giving you directions, like a little to the left, back,
No, my left.
and then you pick up the snake and you relocate it. As this happens, you hack through these thorns. It takes the better part of around 30 minutes to move the 90 feet, hacking your way through. What are you two doing while this is happening?
Well, first of all, I would like to ask, do you put the snakes on the thorns and kill them, or do you like put them gently down somewhere safe?
Hi.
Character choice, come on.
It's like a spider in your house, you burn it to the ground.
Just come back, right?
I'm not gonna purposely spear them on the thorns, but I'm gonna try and
Just toss them.
not
Okay.
really seeing where but just away so that they're.
There's more focus on clearing them than there is with how they're being disposed.
What happens after they're thrown? It's nothing to do with Safirith, all right? That's their own
I
problem.
take no responsibility for these snakes.
I'm just gonna be Vanguard. I'll take Bucky to the back, and we'll just look behind us.
Look back the way you came?
Yeah.
Yeah, make a perception check.
6.
You look, and for a second, you get another flash of these four
That genuinely scared me.
individuals. These 4 individuals, and then you blink. Just a split second of like, it's there, blink, it's gone.
You okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't tell the others, but I'm seeing things.
What are you seeing?
I don't honestly know, to be honest, but I'm seeing things that when they happen, they scare me.
You don't seem like someone that'd be scared easily.
Well, I mean, we all have veneers, don't we?
Yeah.
What's yours?
Ours are like back home, like wooden slats on the windows that we kind of.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're our veneers.
Lovely. Did you help put them in?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I'm pretty good.
Nice.
That sort of stuff.
Are you going to build your own house when you get home? When you get home, are you going to build your own house when you get your own place?
I don't know when I'm gonna get my own place. You know, where the housing market in Bocht is kind of fucked at the moment, and we're waiting for there to be a crash. Like we're sure there's gonna be a crash, but it's just not coming.
But it's okay because
Are you a homeowner?
You guys. No, I wish I was a homeowner. You think I'd be doing this if I was a homeowner?
No, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
But it's okay because you guys get charged out of 40 grand a walk once you pass your test.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to charge us
Oh.
40 grand just to take one of you.
I'm sure the balls get most of that, but that'd be nice. I could save up and get a little place just outside of Bach. I could go to Kran or Ave and stay near the river. That'd be nice.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you might have to be near Bocht.
Would you visit me?
Sure.
Oh,
You just got to tell me where you are.
okay, I will.
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a good berry, and he says,
Here, it's one of my tasty good berries. It'll fill you up, and it'll make you feel full for the whole day. I'm sorry I can't make you feel better.
I take it and I go, this made me feel better. It's a good berry from a good boy.
Oh,
As you're looking down at your good berry, your eyes widen and it starts to transform into a dagger. You look up and Baki is now transformed into the dragonborn lady that you are familiar with, dressed all in gold. You look around, you find yourself in like a small candlelit chamber adorned with gleaming statues of a hooded figure. You look at the dragonborn lady and she's staring at you with like a very intense look behind her eyes, nearly as hard as the scales on her skin. She nods down to the dagger in your hand and gestures to a door to your right.
Bucket, can you hear me?
She gestures again.
I try to take a bite out of the dagger.
You take a bite out of the dagger, and as your teeth pierce the steel, it turns to black goo that drips down from your mouth.
That's not a good berry.
Tastes like old socks.
Also, also not a dagger.
It's Caleb's only smell palette. He's like, old socks can smell like anything.
old socks are the chicken of the...
Bad said well.
I just look back at her and I'm like, are you doing this?
She stares at you, and she does not speak.
Well, what the hell am I supposed to do if you can't speak? Can you sign language?
She points to the door.
I point to the other door.
What other door?
I don't know. I just point the other direction.
You guys look back and you see Baki looking a little bit...
He's gesturing to Bias to go this way, pointing this way, and he's getting no response.
Is Bias just like standing there? Like he's like, what does Bias look like
Bias,
to us?
you see him from behind and he's gesturing, pointing to his left.
Fuck's sake. Well, if I go in this door, you're going to have to go in a direction I point at some point. I know this is not real. Can anyone hear me?
Is he saying anything?
You can hear him speak.
Oh shit! I think it's happening.
I think he's tripping out.
Bucket, can you slap me, Bucket?
Back in the real world, Bucky looks at you all.
Should I slap him?
I mean, snapping worked last time. I can try that again, but if that doesn't work, then maybe that might be the best option. I just snap near.
Oh, I'll try this. And I'm going to
Thunder Wave.
Hold on, I got this. I use my highest level divine smite.
If I don't feel anything straight away, I'm just gonna fuck it and just go in the door.
Oh wait, I'm going to cast.
If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna go in the door. If I don't feel anything. once this has been cast.
I'm just going to try lesser restoration, which I know probably won't work, but
Lesser Restoration does poison, paralyzed, petrified.
So he
And Greater
blind.
Restoration,
deafened.
petrified.
Yeah.
Deafened.
yeah, it
The
doesn't
lesser. It's the lesser
seem-
of the restoration.
doesn't
Yeah.
seem to have any effect. Bias, you turn and open the door, and you see on their knees 2 elderly turtles. They look up at you, and you look at their face, but you can't really make it out. It seems like their faces shift and move, and as soon as you clock into, oh, their nose looks like this, suddenly it changes and it's completely different. And then you see one of them raise and slap you in the face, and you look up, and Baki is standing in front of you.
Ah,
You okay?
that took you a while.
I'm sorry, I didn't really want to hit you.
Well, I told you to. If someone tells you to slap them, you slap them.
What if they're not in their right mind? What if they're a friend?
Well, do it faster.
Okay.
What happened?
Whoa.
What?
Nothing. It's a game we're playing.
That was not nothing.
It was.
Baki was really
No,
worried.
it wasn't.
I'm teaching him how to be a good friend and slap you when you tell him to.
He said he was gonna spring some fun stuff on me, and we were gonna do like a. You remember the old theater troupe, the Three Stooges? We're gonna do that sort of thing.
Parker, you don't need to lie to us. What the fuck is going on with you?
Nothing. It's fine.
Okay, what have we tried so far?
Don't know. What have you tried? What have you been doing to me?
Snapping, lay on hands, slapping,
Lesser restoration
The
didn't
slapping
do
works.
anything.
restoration.
I'm going to try this. I'm going
Do I
to
still have
cast.
the good berry in my hand?
You still have the good berry in your hand.
I ate it.
You don't need to eat for the rest of the day.
Sweet. Does it taste like old socks?
I believe it gives you 1 hit point.
Yeah,
Yes.
1 hit point.
Does it taste like old socks?
It tastes really nice.
Yeah, no old socks. What do old socks taste like?
You guys need to up your sex life. You don't know what old socks taste like.
No, Luke, I just use other things to gag myself.
Yeah.
I was talking about
Your
toes,
socks
but okay.
your socks leave a crusty pile under your bed. Dalen's socks are Anyway. Moving on to this dramatic moment. You guys
I'm going to cast protection from evil and good. Attempt that.
Okay, I will.
how does your protection from good and evil manifest? Like, how do you cast that on him?
I'm just going to reach out very gently and sort of place my hand on Bias's hand and say, I know you're scared and we don't know what's going on, but we'll figure it out. And it's sort of like a little light sparkles go from my hand to your hand and then all over.
I put my other hand on top of your hand and be like, I appreciate you and what you just did. I feel great, but nothing's going on. It's okay.
As you sit there with your hand on Agnar's, you feel a large Goliath hand kind of sit on top as well.
I appreciate both of you.
Oh, Bucky. What
right.
would this podcast be without you?
Hopefully, we don't find out.
All right.
Does
well,
that seem to have done anything?
From what you can tell, Bias, you feel that same kind of warm feeling that you felt when you lay on hands yourself, and you feel that had that been done to you earlier, it would have had the same effect. But that residual cloudiness, that old sock smell and taste. Oh, no, you don't have the taste, just the smell.
Just the smell.
That old sock smell and that purple haze.
It's like a magic you've never experienced before, if that makes sense.
well, if you're going to insist you're fine, shall we get out of this non-proverbial snake pit? And
Hey, no. I want to know what trick you're going to do to me. I'm interested now that it tastes like old socks.
Oh, I'm sorry. What trick? Well, I could hit you with a firebolt next time you go out.
Yeah, try that. See what happens.
Jesus.
All right. You guys make your way through the cleared thorns and back up the other side of the embankment and further into the forest, the swamp, rather. Bucky again, pinky outstretched. For those listening, I do it every time.
And he wiggles it at me every time like a little wheelie worm. Can I try and make my eyes go unfocused again while Bucky's leading me?
Yeah, you go ahead and make your eyes unfocused. Make a perception roll on
Out
the
of the
table.
box. 6. I'm rolling some good 2s today.
Yeah.
You squint, and for a split second, you find yourself in a dark forest, and then you're back.
Does it look different than the dark forest I'm in?
They look like they were made of old socks. The trees.
Yeah. Sorry, I should be clear. A different
dark forest.
Yeah. Slightly darker, right?
Let's
like
make-
a darker shade of
Make
of
a make a real quick nature or history check. Probably a history check.
15.
15. Yeah. Okay. With a 15, you kind of glance at Etterath. You glance at Agenar in particular. You glance at
Fuck you staring at?
you glance at your three compatriots, and you glance and you look at Agenar, and you're brought back to a certain place in Fiona that you all spend a certain amount of time in. The choosing. You recognize that forest as part of the choosing. Dropping some lore. Pay attention, listeners.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, you should always be paying attention.
Every single episode you say, I forgot. I don't remember. So
I've refrained from saying
Well-
it at least 3 times.
That's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be on the shirt we make of you. Y'all keep on strolling through this forest. And again, it is difficult terrain. You are having to step over fallen logs. You are having to... And now that you've seen snakes, you kind of can spot them. You spot the difference, and you kind of flick them away. A mage hand kind of picks them up and tosses them away. You, Etterath, kind of flick them with your rapier. Non-violently, just kind of... toss
Non-lethal
them out the
force.
way.
damage.
Yeah.
Maybe a little violently. Etterath's had enough of this shit.
It's
Agenar has her shield out. And
Everyone's
she's
got a
sort of-
shield.
Yeah, I've got
You've
one.
got a shield as well.
Yeah, just little
3
one.
shields.
But she's
You don't.
she's kind of
I
got
don't
it like
have a shield.
above her, like a little, like,
yeah, you're
umbrella.
holding it
Like an umbrella for...
Is this like a
raining
Fiona
snakes.
thing? Do they give you all shields when you? Yeah, it's
You'll
a
have to ask the
graduation
two
present.
Fionians.
I was going to say, what race are you? I swear you're not one of us.
No, you do know that Etterath is from Fiona.
Right. Gotcha.
That's all he has
Yeah.
said, that
Yeah.
he is from Fiona, but he doesn't want to talk about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We created all these continents, so like, oh, it's going to be such a varied party. Everyone was like, I'm from Fiona.
Yeah.
Everyone bars Safirith.
Caleb was so excited to give you guys info packs on different.
Yeah, I written up like detailed notes on every location.
That's good. You guys will visit the other continents for those listening.
Or one of us will die and we'll be from one of those other places.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
You move through the swamp for a little while longer. Bucky, just ahead of you, kind of stops and says, "Oh, we got another one of those trap things." And as you push through the shrubbery, you see a similar expanse. This one wider and a little shorter, but a little longer. Shorter but thicker, like a chode. You see a chode. You see an expanse on the ground.
That's 10 feet deep.
No,
Oh.
it seems flat, and there seem to be large stepping stones, 5 to 7 to 10 feet apart, randomly placed. No vines overhead.
How did you know this was a trap thing?
And he steps his foot forward and pushes through, and his foot sinks about a foot, and he pulls his foot back out with it. And he says,
I think this is stuff that'll suck you down if you step on the wrong one.
How
Like,
wide is it across?
Quicksand.
width? Or
width.
width. Yeah,
The chode width, not the...
Yeah, the thickness of it. Yeah, it's about like 120 feet wide, and to the other side, it's around 60, 70, 80 feet.
Gotcha.
I take a javelin
Yeah.
and I put it down and see how far it goes down.
How long is your javelin?
That's a personal question. It's 10 pounds, so mage hand can do it. It doesn't say weirdly how long this javelin is, but I would assume it's less than 6 feet because I am less than 6 feet, and it'd be
Well,
weird
it's
to carry that.
It'd probably be taller than you. Most javelins will be, right?
Yeah, most javelins would be.
Probably like 6 feet, I would say.
All right,
You
Unless you want your javelin to be shorter than that, then of course that's your decision.
Personal question.
do you feel like you
It's a bit
need?
average, right?
Do you feel like you need a bigger javelin?
No, it's more of how
How you
skilled
use
I am
it,
with
yeah.
it.
How you use it? You dip your
What's
javelin.
more impressive, ladies? A 5 foot or 6 foot javelin? Sorry, gentlemen. What's more impressive, a 5 foot or 6 foot javelin?
It's all about the motion of the ocean, baby.
You press your javelin down into this wet, smulchy,
Sand?
Say it.
muddy, sandy muck. And you keep pushing and you keep pushing. And it gets to the point where your hand dips in.
Okay, I pull it out.
You pull it out.
And, well, I can hold my breath for about an hour, but I don't know if I can walk through it by that time. How about you guys?
Well, I can fly over. There's no snakes, so this looks okay.
Is there tree cover over the whole thing?
There's tree cover about 30 feet above you, but you could probably fly across.
Are there smaller rocks around on the shore?
There are not. The only rocks seem to be these flat, almost, what are they called? Not toadstools.
like
Oh,
stuff
like
with-
the
lily
Takeshi's-
pads. Flat lily pads.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Of stone.
Takeshi's Castle, where, the... No one
The
knows
what? I didn't-
Takeshi's Castle?
Yeah, I know it's Takeshi's Castle.
Yeah, of course you know it's
it's
Takeshi's Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
Can I?
Great game show. Watch it.
Is there one close enough to like the edge of where the sand is that I could like lean a little bit of weight and see how much weight could go on
There's
the rock?
one about 5 feet in. You're going to have to commit to a step or have someone help you out in order to test it out.
All right, if I go test it, will one of you pull me out if it doesn't turn out to be weight bearing?
Well, we're not going to stand there and watch you drown. That'd be weird.
Well, it's good. It's just nice to know, you know.
Hold on. And I hand you the rope.
Oh, that's actually a really good smart. Okay, I'll tie the rope around my waist. I'll do a nice little bow.
I mean,
Is
that's
that a
kind of-
good?
It's
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
actually a
Probably
terrible
not
knot.
a very good knot.
No, I got it. Looks
good,
Let me. No, I got it. Let me. I just got.
Yeah, wait. I'll let the sailor tie. Okay.
Knot's done.
Okay, and then I will jump onto the first
You
rock.
jump onto it, Squid Game style.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't ruin anything, please, because I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my god!
Really?
Really?
Do you know how much content is on the world right now?
Yes.
There is so
That's
much
been out a
content on the
while.
world.
All over the world. There's
All
content.
on it.
There
I'm
is.
always stepping on it. It's fucking
See, speaking of stepping on things, can you roll a flat D20 for me?
Yeah.
A flat one?
flat one.
Yeah.
I thought they were round.
That's a me joke.
18.
18. You jump onto this stone pad and you have to stop yourself as quickly as possible. But it is solid underneath you. You feel it doesn't seem to bob or move or anything. It is solid stone shaft that goes further into the quicksand.
Jump up and down before the DM gets weird.
What, like, okay, I'll like jump once to like test
Yeah, House
my
of
weight.
Pain style. You jump around.
Yeah.
Jump up and get down. It feels solid, and you have to kind of. It's small. It is.
Okay.
It fits your 2 feet just, but it's not a huge space to jump on, and you bounce up and down, and it is solid as fuck, bro.
Okay. Well, I don't know if all the stones are like this, but this one's super solid. How long is your rope?
That's a personal question.
That's a Freudian slip if I ever heard one.
Look, guys, you can't talk about shafts for 45 minutes.
I got a whole 50 feet, baby.
Oh God.
Okay, so
Is that
I
impressive?
guess I'll
average.
I'll try and jump across if one of you's holding the rope. And then if I get across, we'll assume that it's safe and you guys can jump across and,
It won't
and
make it all the way across, but I now know that stone's safe, so I'll hop onto that stone.
Okay.
And then probably the next one.
all right, I'll jump onto the next
Do
one.
we have more? Maybe everybody. Well, no, because then if one person, no.
Do we have a way to mark the stones? Because I don't know if I'm going to remember which is which.
I got it. And I bring out a belaying club out of my jacket.
What is
what?
it?
What?
What?
It's something that I get because I'm a sailor, but a belaying club is what you would use to pin, like to help pin in stuff into stone or wood to help you climb.
Okay.
Ah.
Excellent. You whip out your belaying club.
This is such an educational podcast. I love it.
You know what?
Welcome, guys.
I was
You know what? Recommend this podcast for your children. It's very educational.
You know what? I was looking through my inventory trying to find a way that I could solve this problem. Then it just goes, "You have a belaying pin." Then I'm like, I can use that.
Nice.
I can use that.
All right, I'm gonna jump onto the next closest.
Whoa,
Okay.
before you do, I look at Bucky's feet. How big are the Goliath's feet?
The Goliath's feet are pretty big. They would be about, what's that? That's right.
That's good podcasting right there.
Around 2 feet. No, I was doing it for myself.
Oh, okay.
Around 1.5 to 2 feet.
That's about 6 inches, isn't it?
Nice. Shout out to your significant other. They're about 1.5 to 2 feet long and pretty chunky.
I don't think Bucky's gonna make it.
I could jump on one. I could hop.
Show me your hopping skills right now.
Okay. And he kind of hops up and down on the spot.
I do it.
No.
He hops on one foot and rolls his ankle. He rolled in that one. Oh, and he looked down and he's rolled his ankle on just like a little stick log thing that's just hanging around there.
I pick it up and I break the stick.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to look around for any like bark or long wide objects.
Long white objects.
You know, like logs, like fallen logs or whatever.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
It's a nat one.
You look around and you see bark all on the trees around you, but no long items. You can hear Bucky kind of like sighing in pain in and out, and it's kind of distracting as you're looking around, so you don't get a proper look.
Safirith, you jump to the next rock. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. No modifier.
15.
15. You jump across to one just to the left of you, and you land on it, and it's solid.
I jump to the one that she was on, and then I use my belaying pin or even a dagger to like chip a little bit of the stone
Okay, you chip the stone.
and like make a mark on it.
Nice.
But I'm gonna keep going. I'm just gonna try and get across, and
You
then
got this.
okay. I'm gonna try and jump
Literally
to the
just
next
relying
one.
on dice rolls. At this point, you are about 15 feet from the edge.
From the like other side.
No, from the side you left.
I was
Like
so
10, I'll say
Giant
I was
jumps.
so
Yeah.
excited.
they're about 10 or 15 feet away from
Okay.
you. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna jump to the next one. 7.
You, Etterath, you lean down and you chip this one, and you look up as Safirith jumps to the next one that's kind of, she's zigzagging. She lands on it, and it goes and snaps. Oh, fuck! And she sinks
Oh.
to her knees. What? Wait, what? Oh. Reroll.
Bye, guys.
She sinks to her knees. What would you like to do?
No, I got you.
Okay. Am I like actively sinking or okay?
You are slowly sinking.
Pulling,
Okay.
pulling.
Pulling. Make a
Pulling.
strength check for me.
Pulling.
Okay.
Okay, help him out.
Fuck. I'm sorry.
Okay. Can I like use my strength to like try and like push my way?
Yeah, as you
Back?
struggle and move, you sink even further. You are now up to your waist in this stuff.
All right, everyone grab the rope. Bucket.
Yeah, I toss the rope back to them.
I'm gonna say it's okay, Bucky.
Bucky's on
and
the ground.
cast Word of Radiance,
Which?
which oh no, that's not Word of Radiance. That does something else. Sorry, I thought it was a healing one. That's a bad one. No, I'm not casting Word. Ignore that.
You toss the rope. Who's picking up the rope?
I'll grab one.
Yep. And you kind of, Bucky anchors it. Bucky anchors it from the ground. Bucky anchors it from where he's sitting on the ground with his twisted
I'm
ankle.
gonna attempt to fly.
Okay, go ahead and roll your con save.
That's an 18.
18. Yeah, you take off with your full flight speed.
I want to go
Once again,
to
flapping.
Safirith and attempt to help.
I love the image of something startling happening and the chicken just.
You fly over to Safirith, who's up to her waist in quicksand muck, holding onto this rope. I would like you, Danielle, to make a strength check, and you, Etterath, to make a strength check with advantage. Athletics.
It's an 11.
11?
18.
18.
Okay.
All right, Agenar, you kind of grab onto Safirith, and you start to flap your wings harder and harder, and you feel her start to lift out and pull towards the shore, and you're like, oh man, I've got this. I'm buff as fuck, bro. And you glance back at the shore, and you see Etterath with Bias behind him and Bucky tugging at the rope. You guys pull the rope, and as you pull the rope, Safirith is kind of dragged back towards the stone that you are standing on, and you can grab a hold of it and kind
Okay.
of stop yourself from being pulled down.
Okay. I'll just like
Yeah.
grab a hold of it, just kind of because I don't think there's enough space.
No,
for
there
both
is
of us
not.
To
Yeah.
stand.
Yeah.
Okay, so plan A's gone to shit. I don't know if anyone has a plan B.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Maybe if I get something a little heavy, not too heavy so I can carry it, but I'll throw it at all the, like I'll try and drop it on the thing. So then if it doesn't break, the thing, then maybe then you can step on it. So it's a little bit safer.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to get the big boy across these stones. We got to kind of come up with something different, no?
Is it better to just go around?
I mean, unless if there more than one stone leading from the shore, there are bigger stone options.
There's dozens of these flat-like stones, all littered throughout, within jumping distance of each other.
Are they all tiny? Safirith feet sized?
They're all vary from Safirith feet sized to bigger than Safirith feet sized. You figure that there's some that Bucky could stand on and some that couldn't. What do you want me to say? Some are 5 foot, some are 10 foot. There are some that Bucky could indeed stand on.
I've got this, which is my...
With my feet still in the sand. Because I'm...
Your
yeah.
thighs and waist.
My
Pretty much everything's in there, yeah.
Like, I can't feel anything below my feet, okay?
Nope. How far down would you like to go?
No, I'm fine. I'm holding on to the rock.
I mean, you could tie it up to me and I could go down. I can hold my breath for an hour and I can see how deep
Yeah,
it
but
is.
then when you're down there, you weigh a fucking ton.
Yeah, we'd have
you got
to
some muscles on
get
you, big
you
boy.
up through this. This is thick sand.
All right.
Yeah. You're not quicksand, she thick sand.
When did you think of that little
Just
round
then.
robin?
You know me, I don't hold on to things.
Everything is in this swamp is so fucking thick. Why?
I got nothing to help, so I can either go around or I can go down, but
We already know that 2 stones are safe. If we check the ones that are big enough for Bucky, then he could presumably use a couple of those to jump across, or...
We might be able just to drag him across if he uses the stones as like a handhold and wades through the muck once we're on the other side.
Yeah, that's as good a plan as I've got, so...
Hold on to this stone for a minute.
Yeah, no, I'm not going anywhere.
I untie the rope around Safirith.
Okay.
And I tie it around myself. And I go for it.
Okay. You jump to the spot that Safirith just jumped to, and you kind of look around. Would you like to look at the stones? Make a
I
check
would.
of some sort?
Yes. Can I see if some of these stones are a little more sus than others?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Wow, I feel like a fucking idiot.
16.
16.
I would be the only one to make a perception
You
check.
look at the stones, and there's ones that just say, "This is good. This is not." No. No. With the
It's the
16,
exact opposite of the posters.
you look down at the stone that you're standing on, and the one that you stood on, and you do seem to see that they are slightly paler than some of the other stones, and you see that there's a vaguely distinct color palette of light to dark. And with that, as you jump to the next one, you may roll with advantage.
19.
19, yeah. You look at the one that Safirith jumped on. Well, it's no longer there. And you look just to the left of it, directly in front of you, and you boing, jump over, and you land on a solid rock.
And I mark it.
Excellent.
And I rinse and repeat.
Look for the biggest ones you can.
I'll help. And I'm going to look for...
You're going to fly above him.
Fly above and look for the safe looking ones.
Okay.
The ones that match that rock.
I'm going to get you to make 3 quick rolls at advantage with your proficiency bonus, as you are having a lot of aid from Agenar at the moment.
Now that Etterath's off the rock, I'm going to
Climb your way
Climb
up there.
up
Excellent.
onto
You
the
do
rock.
so easy enough.
I play a game with Bucky.
What game do you play?
I teach him a secret handshake.
Okay. Have a think about how you want that secret handshake to while we go through this.
Okay.
15, natural 20 for a 23.
Okay, cool. So with those 15s and that natural 20, you spring across no problem. You find 3 of them are solid Bucky-sized ones. The first 3 are going to be a little hard for him. Then the following 3 are going to be fine. And then the last one might be a bit difficult. And you make it to the other shore. Agenar, you're over there too. Safirith, would you like to?
Yes, I'll follow the path.
You follow the
I've
path
marked every
easily enough. What handshake? How does the handshake go with Bucky?
I do it with you right now. We just did it.
Okay, Luke, can you step over here for a second?
Yeah, Luke, you're
Can everyone
fucking piss
okay,
your name, man. Come on.
Yeah. Luke, look, I don't mean to be rude. We're doing a podcast here, and I'm just trying to get people to get the idea of the visual.
We smack hands together.
No, I know the way that you and I shake hands. slap the hands together, finger guns, pat on the ass, Top Gun style, and then like quick kiss if the spouses aren't watching.
Oh, you know the scene in Top Gun where the original Top Gun where it's like playing with the boys?
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of handshake.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Quick, sit back down.
All right.
A quick kiss. Cool. You do this funky kind of handshake, and you guys see here from the other side just a little.
And there's a little bit of a booty pop.
There's a little booty pop. Yeah. Yeah. You successfully teach Bucky a handshake. Yeah. And Bucky goes,
After you.
No. I'll pull you out if you get stuck.
Maybe-
I tie my rope around him.
Well, shouldn't you go first so you can pull me that side, not back the way we came?
Well, what if you fall on this side?
Well, I think Etterath has a long rope, yeah?
But it's not attached to you.
Well, Agenar, can you?
Oh, yes, I'll
You're
fly.
holding the other half of it.
Oh, yeah, because he went over and you were holding
You were
the rope
holding
to
the rope,
save
yeah.
him, and now you're on the other side of it.
So which
You made
end?
it all the way over.
Yeah, everyone's
Have you
over-
not been paying attention?
No, we were
It's-
learning a sick handshake,
It's
bro.
a chode, so it's very wide, not very long.
I thought it was 90 feet wide.
Wide,
Yeah,
not
about
long.
halfway
Funny
through,
feeling.
I would have untied
silk.
myself from the rope and then tied the other rope to it.
Okay, I tied the rope to Bucket.
okay.
Don't you just love our plans?
As you
As Agnar's fluttering above.
As you tie the rope
Yeah.
to Bucky, you kind of tie it around his waist and you look up at Bucky.
Oh, no.
You find yourself back in that slightly darker forest.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
This one's eerily silent. You can't hear anything. No wildlife. No insects buzzing. But then you hear a crunching sound. You whip your head back to the sound of the crunching and you see a white boar, pure white, racing towards you, crunching at leaves as it comes. It stops at your feet and it looks up at you and opens its mouth, extends an unnaturally long tongue.
Oh, creepy.
You look down at the tongue, and engraved on it is a name. In red ink, it says Bakanov. You hear more crunching to your left and to your right, and two more white boars approach. Then more from behind. You find yourself surrounded by boars, all whipping their tongues out at you. You look around quickly and notice on every tongue is the word Bakanov.
Bucket, can you slap me?
And that's where we're going to end our episode. Tune in next time, folks.
Theater of the Mind Flip.
Thanks for listening to Theatre of the Mind Flayer. We go live on all good podcast apps every Tuesday. If you like what you heard, leave us a review on whatever podcast app you're listening to. If you didn't like it, well, stiff shit, you already listened to it. Reach out to us on Twitter at mindflayer_pod and on Instagram at Theatre of the Mind Flayer. Thanks, babies.